Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today here on YOUCANIC we have a 2018 Kia Soul. On this Kia Soul we're going to go over how you would replace your rear brakes. This is just an example of how the rear brakes are replaced, and we will go through all the steps like you were replacing them with brand new pads and rotors, but these were done just very recently, and so there's no need to actually replace them. I'm going to show you how you would do it. So to start with, you're going to want to have your car on a level surface if you can. Chalk the tires. You're going to jack up the back. You're going to support it with jack stands and remove the rear tire. You do one and then do the other, either way. And so then when it's up in the air and the tire has been removed, you gain access to your brake caliper. You're also going to want to make sure that your e-brake is not on, because if the e-brake is on, it will hold this brake caliper in and keep it locked on, right? So to start with, we've got it's up here, and so now we can remove these two bolts so that we can remove the carrier, or remove the caliper itself from the carrier. And those are just a size 14. Alright, with those two bolts removed, we should now be able to wiggle and remove this caliper. And now we're just going to set this back up here. I'm just going to use a bungee of sorts to hold it up, so it's not putting tension. Okay, so that's just sitting there out of the way. Now we'll just go ahead and be able to pop the brakes out, or just move them out, and we'll go ahead and undo the carrier bolts, and they are also a size 14. And so that way we've removed the carrier, and with the carrier removed you can easily just pop these brake pads out. And as you're putting in new ones, you should generally get new metal shims here, and so you would just pop these off on both sides, and then you would take the new ones. They're either going to be looking a great silver color, or they're sometimes a goldish color. And then you would just take the new ones and orient them in, and you're going to press them so when you replace them, you're just going to press them into the grooves, and these are going to look a nice shiny silver, or like I said, gold, depending on what comes with your kit. Then the next thing you'll want to do is, with these, you want to remove these glide pins, and we're going to put grease on these. So we're going to wipe it clean. And I can put some fresh brake grease on there, and then reinsert. I like to spin it as it goes in. You don't have to. And then you do the same with the other one. I've got the grease on there, and now just again reinsert, and that is that taken care of. And you could take your new brake pads, and you're going to want to make sure that if your brake pads are sitting like this, you see this one here with the tab on there, you want to press that one on the inside for where the caliper lines up to it. And it's important that way because I'll show you with this caliper, because of the rear brakes and the e-brake in part of it, you need to spin this back to press it back. You can't just press them back, you have to spin them. And then that will lock on that one little indent. And so that's why you need to put that there. We can do the same with the other one, and we can just get this preloaded and ready to go. And we have that ready. Now, for replacing the rotor, and you'll replace the rotor because you're going to have a deep groove in here. You can sometimes get them turned. I only can turn them a certain amount of times, but you're going to have a groove here, and if it gets too thin, then you'll get a warp. And when it warps, then you're going to get that shutter noise when you hit the brakes and feel it pulsating. So we have two number 3 bolts or screws here that hold this on. If you're missing them, no worry about it. Or if they broke, there's no worries. They don't have to be there. It just helps for the install. So we do that, and then this is the brake rotor removed. And so you would take your new one, you would clean this up a little bit with a wire brush, and then you see where the holes are. You line those holes up with your new one. The new rotor, and we just placed it on there, and then it sits on there. Now if you're missing these screws, you can just take a lug nut and you can tighten it up on there to hold this on in place while you're working on it. And then once you've put the brake carrier back on and the caliper back on, you'll be able to you remove that, and that everything's held in place because of the brake caliper and the brakes. Then you would take that lug nut off, put the tire back on, and tighten the tire, and everything will stay good and snug and be the way it needs. All right, so we've done that. Now this one, because we have the little indents here, this piston will not push back unless you spin it backwards. So you're going to either need to have the tool, or you're going to need to rent the tool from your local auto parts store. So what you do with this is you take these little 2 tabs and we line them up with the tabs inside here, and then we spin this. First you need to tighten this inner bolt here, and then you're going to spin this. Okay, so we hold some tension on there, and then you're going to spin this. And you see, as you spin that, it's depressing the caliper back. And you'll need to just continue to apply a little bit of more tension there. And then you're going to get to a point and it's going to stop. And that's meaning that it's spun all the way back in as far as it'll go. So then once you've done that, then you'll just need to loosen this and be able to undo that portion there. Now, once we've got this pressed back, and once we line this up, it'll set back in this tab. Okay. So we'll install the carrier. Our 2 14s. The 14s with the lock nuts on them go and attach the carrier. I'm going to tighten those up. And then we'll be able to take our caliper and we install it on there. Tighten the other two 14 bolts. Okay, and now we'll tighten those two bolts up. This may spin, and if it does, then you'll just need to use another wrench that fits in there to hold it. All right, so that's tightened up. You're going to want to pump your brakes and watch that caliper that it spins and it hits that one tab on the back of the brake pad there and locks that into place. And then you would put your tire back on, snug it up, drop it down, set the torque on the lug bolts, and you'd be good to go. Thanks for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.